We give human characteristics to God. That is why when we are struggling, when we are suffering, when there is a catastrophe or a murder or rape, we begin to think that God doesn't exist. Simply because we think of God as a human being with emotions, with feelings, as a merciful God, kind and loving. But God is not human, which means God doesn't have emotions. God is not merciful. God is not kind. God is not anything you can attribute God, because God is not human. So that is why when people are struggling and suffering, they say, well, there is no God. People are being deceived. There's God. If there's God, why? How come people are suffering? How come people are struggling? How come there's poverty? Well, you must be an idiot to believe there is no God. Simply because you attribute human emotions to God doesn't mean that God doesn't exist. God is energy. God is a spirit. God is not human. While you are struggling or while you are feeling the pains, is because you've got flesh and body. God doesn't have blood. And the body is actually far from who we are. We are here to have an experience, to learn, and to grow past the ego. If you go to all the prisons in the world, 100% of the people that live in the prison as an inmate are religious people. You can't find a true spiritual man in prison because he has lived past the ego. Why would you steal when you can manifest as much as you want? Anything you want: money, cars, beautiful home, loving family. Why would you commit murder when you can simply walk away? Because the universe is filled with so many loving people. So we need to stop this idiosyncrasy or belief that God doesn't exist. And someone's gonna say, how come God has not manifested? How come we can't see God? You can't see God because you are human. The only way you can actually see God is if you grow in spirituality. If a president of any country begins to walk around on the road or on the street without a bodyguard, people is gonna see him as common. And of course, there's no respect. And secondly, if God should manifest on this planet Earth, that means he's going to live or operate under the laws of physics, which is a fact. As long as you are here, you're under law, which is the law of physics. So he can be captured, he can be killed. And there's no way he's going to do that. So our destiny has got nothing to do with circumstances we face. Our destiny is in our hands. You see, so many people is going to take my words lightly. But I can guarantee you, if you begin to practice every single word you hear from me, soon you will realize that the power you have been seeking has always been within you. Thank you.